scratches that itch pretty hard right on the top of my head, man. I love coming out here. I don't know. I just like coming out here. You get to throw downhills, you get to throw uphill, you get to hit the fairways, and hopefully this year I'll get to win. That would be nice.
I remember I have a tear coming out, and I started drinking beer with my trophy. We'll see this year what's gonna happen.
I love this course. It's super fun. The elevation, the level of elevation we get, I've been here twice before, and it's still like walking up to hole one, you're just like, oh yeah, that downhill.
It's like the best snowboarding hill in your life.
And people are starting to realize that more and more is that I'm kind of a power player. I like to throw the disc far, get up the fairway and get birdies where maybe other people can't. I find that's one of the better ways for me to gain strokes, is to take advantage on the holes where it's within my range more easily. And that helps out here a lot because I can throw slower speeds down the hills and less room, I guess, giving myself more room for error out here.
This is a power thrower's course, but with the rough, really, hole 3, I think you'll see players like Paul or even Isaac and the top guys, they may throw putter off hole 3 for the drive and then throw a longer shot for the second shot. And I think that's the beauty of this course. There's a lot of holes out here that are get the drive in bounds, get it in a good spot, and then attack the second shot, because a lot of the second shots are actually easier than the first shots. And I think that's a strategic intention of this course when Jim originally designed it. And I think it's a good design.
You know, in past years, I would try and like gas the shot, but you know, you're going to go out of bounds probably about 7 out of 10 times on that. So I think this year I want to be taking it back a little bit and playing some golf and not trying to get too stupid out here.
It's really hard to get into circle 1 on the par 3s consistently out here. The back 9 is a beast in and of itself, and I very much see this course being one of the higher scoring totals that we see all year from both fields. There's just so many bonus birdies, and you're not going to get all of them. So my strategy is just to mitigate the bad, and more than ever, just take the birdies when they come, but please, you got to keep it clean. Just like whatever I can do to get pars, and you know, if I can rattle off a few clean rounds and get 5 or 6 birdies each round in tournament, that's incredible, and I would be super stoked with that.
Same game, but I'll throw some different discs. I feel like some of the discs I have to throw something is more overstable, if it's like headwind, or just play a little bit safer, I guess. You know, yeah. So I feel like I come back this year and have I feel like I have a better game plan. Yeah.
It's a jungle off the fairway. I don't know if you've been out there, but it ain't good.
The biggest change is the rough is as thick as I've ever seen it. The autumn olives are very pervasive. And so I think we have 22 spotters just one day for the course, just because we know that we don't want people to lose discs. So
I do think it's going to be thicker than ever. We're in our 3rd year of the growth of Russian olives, so the sides are going to be a little thick, a little thorny, so more incentive to keep it in the fairway. I'm curious to see how people play on certain holes. It's really going to come into play on the right side of 3, 17, and then 15 is no OB, but that's going to be it's going to be pretty nice. It's a natural OB. It's going to be gross for them. So
I am actually a connoisseur of the foliage abyss. I'm always in the bush. Can't seem to get out, but I seem to be scoring well either way.
we did add OB to the left side of hole 7. It was just on the right side last year, and honestly, with the olives growing up, it's natural OB anyways, but for pace of play, it's almost better to have it as OB. And if you're deep in that stuff, you don't want to go in there. So hole 7, we added OB to the left side. Hole 16, we made the island bigger on the front side. We had some complaints last year, especially on the FPO side, that the island was too hard. We made it bigger. We did change the drop zone on 16 to where if you do go out of bounds, you have to go to the drop zone or re-tee. And then 14 does have a pin position that's a little bit longer.
The other one I very like changing was the island hole. I'm very excited about that. And most of the time, I'm pretty much almost OB every day. This year, hopefully, I make it safe 1 or 2, so we'll see.
The biggest keys down the stretch are just going to be who can longevity go for 4 rounds here. Physical is huge. Walking uphill and being gassed out. We're a little later in the season here, so the temperature is very cool. But walking up to that big putt after you just walked up a big hill and then having the gas to hit like a circle 2 putt or a 1 putt's going to be tough.
You get to walk up the hill and you're like, oh my God, I'm done.
I come here for play. I'm not scared anybody out here. You know, the person I scared the most myself because it's right here for me. If my mental game is strong, I feel like I can do a lot of good stuff over there. But if that weekend my mental is like down, that probably scares me the most. But like I said, I come here for play. Whether we lose or win, I'll be prepared myself.
Beth at 69.
I just told myself, you just got to will this one in there. Whatever you have, just will it in there.
This man is unbelievable. This is what athletes live for. This is the moment.
We try to deal with it as best as we can. We do have marshals that are roaming the course. We have marshals on the feature cards or camera cards. And we have a scoring director. So the scoring director or myself or someone's always looking through PDJ Live on the scores. So sometimes when we see like a 2-3 card backup, we'll send someone to that card. When we approach the card, we try to do so and, you know, as gentle as we can. Players kind of know why we're there. We like to look at the scores first, though. So if it's a tough stretch of holes, we just know that, you know, if people are taking 6, 7s and a bunch of them are going OB, there's a reason why they're backed up. And so people might have caught them. So, you know, it's unfortunate. It happens. And some cards may have 4 players playing bad at once. But when there's a backup, we try to help eliminate it. And we put players on the clock and just kind of stick with them for a couple holes until we can change the backup. Sometimes it could even come from just a spotter on the course that is holding someone too long on a par 4. So potentially when, you know, the upshot is safe, he or she is keeping somebody till they clear out when they're 600 feet away. So we're always trying to tune in the course. Toboggan we have pretty dialed in. We got a couple breaks in there, 10-minute tee times and a couple gaps to allow flow. That should do well. And then if there's a backup, it's either because of bad play or just slow play. And yeah, we try to nip it as fast as we can.
Anyway,
I feel like my game is evolving to where the roller and the forehand are more kind of parts of it, and I'm not just purely backhand anymore.
I think I compete so much to a point where I don't want to overdo it, and it's very easy to overdo it. I mean, I didn't even practice yesterday because my shoulder still feels like lava. It's just real hot in there.
Kidding me? Hell no. Nothing burned me up. Nuh-uh. I'm still like going strong. I feel comfortable. So far, I feel like, you know, it's crazy. I know I'm 43, but I feel like I play better than even last year. Isn't it funny? Like,
I think it completes part of my soul when I'm out here doing what I love to do, and I get paid to do it. So it's pretty amazing, and I'm grateful.
I love the game of disc golf, and that's been the dream. For as long as I have taken the game as seriously as I have, that's been the dream that I've had. You know, get on lead card at Worlds and show the world what you can do. And I think I really did a good job of just displaying it there, making highlight putts and throwing big drives at the right times, you know, getting the people into it and just soaking up and appreciating the moment. I want to constantly improve and better myself both in my physical gameplay and my mental gameplay. And, you know, if that's just doing one little thing a day, but just staying committed to the game and improving, because I do believe that good practice bears good fruit.
I am actually a connoisseur of the foliage abyss. I'm always in the bush. Can't seem to get out, but I seem to be scoring well either way.
that's all I have for you. I'll be right back. That's right.
Yeah, buddy. Foliage bush.
Only at your best. Come on, Bird.
comment below, you know what I'm saying?